I'm Mike Englund with Bell-Anderson Insurance Agency, and I'm one of the coordinators of the Washington Hospitality Association insurance programs. Employment practices liability coverage addresses common areas of exposure for hospitality-related businesses, those being anything to do with hiring, firing, harassment, discrimination, including the potential for third-party liability where literally a customer makes claims within one of those arenas. And in addition to that, some policies actually provide coverage for wage and hour law violations as well. So within today's world, we're seeing more and more activity on the employment practices front where businesses, particularly restaurants, particularly hospitality, are being sued with some regularity due to deficiencies or claim deficiencies in one of these areas. Cyber liability covers such areas as breach of privacy laws, any losses related to payment card industry, where payment card industry, credit card industry is now forcing a lot of the responsibility for loss of money related to transactions back to the business owner. In addition to that, cyber liability coverage addresses areas such as destruction of data, as well as shutdown of businesses related to loss of internet services, for example. So cyber liability, while it wasn't important or all that important 10 years ago, now based upon the level of electronics and internet dealings within all transactions, it's become of critical importance. Liquor liability coverage is of extreme importance to any business involved in the sale of alcohol and service related to the sale of alcohol. So within the general liability coverages of a restaurant, bar, hotel insurance policy, there's no provision whatsoever for liability exposure related to the sale of alcohol. And so within this section of the policy or section of the coverage, liquor liability says we're going to pick up the responsibility or potential for loss related to negligence where liquor was served or liquor was sold and there was an accident or problem resulting from that related to bodily injury or property damage. Within that liquor liability arena, we also generally look to the policy to afford assault and battery coverage, where any assault or threat of assault, an actual assault, would be a separate treatment as well, just as liquor liability is a separate treatment. A large percentage of business owners, hotel, restaurant, bar, business owners that sustain a property loss find that they don't have the proper coverage in place. And the proper coverage would address the coverage limit on a building if the building is owned. It would address the business personal property coverage within the policy. And also, if the building is leased, it would address the tenant improvement and betterments coverage. So it's extremely important, particularly in today's world of escalating construction costs, it's extremely important that the coverage limits are reviewed on a regular basis. But in addition, there's one coverage in the property section that is of extreme importance, and that is business income coverage. So business income coverage is intended to provide loss of net income reimbursement as well as continuing expense reimbursement on a monthly basis in the event your property was damaged or destroyed by a covered peril. It's important that you audit your insurance program at least every 3 years because it gives someone an opportunity to make certain your coverages have been written properly, both in terms of what could have been missed 3 years ago in terms of a coverage provision that just simply wasn't addressed and something fell between the cracks. But in addition to that, it's important because times change rapidly. And coverages such as cyber liability, where it wasn't a hot button 5 years ago, is certainly of critical importance today on a go-forward basis. Similarly, with employment practices liability coverage, yeah, it was available 5-10 years ago, but the importance has been heightened just due to the amount of litigation in that arena.